Hey, what's going on, guys? Today we're going to be talking about tires. There's been a lot of talk in the industry about tires, what you're using on the tire. Can it destroy your tires? Can it degrade your tires? Is it bad for the environment? All of those things. I'm just going to share my opinions kind of around the topic, as well as kind of do a little bit of a first-time use of Detailco Bug Dirt exterior, as well as kind of a review on the Griot's foaming surface wash. So come along with me. I'm gonna be cleaning my tires, gonna be cleaning my wheels, but let's talk about this because I think it honestly needs to be talked about. And for reference with the products that I'm using, when you're using BDE from Detailco, they say if you're doing tire prep, you wanna use it straight on there. I have it mixed as 1-to-1, so not quite as strong a dilution as they ask for. And then for the foaming wash, I just did 2 ounces here in my pump foaming sprayer, which honestly is held up great. I think I've had this for almost a year now. So I'm gonna go ahead and get kind of the foaming wash on there first, let it start breaking down some stuff. And then let's talk a little bit about kind of what's going on in the industry, because I think it's kind of interesting to me for a number of reasons. So hopefully you guys enjoy this video. My name's Austin. You know, I am not a professional. I do detail cars, but I mainly do all of this as kind of a hobby, side hustle. And honestly, for me, it's just relaxing cleaning cars. So, you know, these are just my opinions. These are just my thoughts. Doesn't mean I'm right. Doesn't mean I had the extensive research that maybe other people have done on this, but I just want to talk, just kind of want to share my thoughts and opinions. So while that's kind of dwelling, let's go ahead and kind of talk about what's kind of going on in the industry a little bit. So there's been a lot of talk around tires. You know, I've been under the illusion or the fact that in order to clean a tire, you want to see white suds. Not this white suds, because this is just soap I sprayed on there. But when you spray a degreaser or tire cleaner on the tire, you want to scrub that until all of the browning has come off of there until you get white suds, and that's how you know the tire is clean, and that's when you apply your dressing. That's what the industry has really shown and done for a lot of years, and honestly, something I didn't know about, and so I kind of followed like that same thought process. Like, hey, you know, my tires aren't clean unless I fully have white suds as I'm scrubbing kind of going around it. But some of the new talk tracks that have come out in the detailing industry around this is if you are doing that, you're actually degrading the performance of the tire and potentially harming the sidewall, ruining the tire. I don't have all the specifics or scientific facts, but essentially within tires and tire manufacturers, they have certain oils, certain protectants, different things within the tire to help preserve, protect the tire, help it performing well. And what a lot of people are saying is when you're getting down to those white suds after scrubbing it, you're actually moving protection off of the tire and actually potentially harming the tire, potentially maybe putting you and others at risk someday driving down the road. So that's kind of the whole argument. Now, as you look at the industry, there's a lot of different products out there. You have your wheel and tire cleaners, you have your dedicated tire cleaner, your dedicated wheel cleaner. Not really going to jump into acid-based products or anything like that. And, you know, they have different levels of cleaning power due to their alkalinity, due to their pH levels, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So there's a lot of brands out there in the detailing community that have strong tire cleaners or weaker tire cleaners or something that just kind of occasionally, you know, helps you clean up your wheels or clean up your tires and just kind of more of a weekly maintenance thing. But, you know, I think the arguments that are out there is that brands are literally just creating products just to sell products. I'm not going to sit on one side of the fence or other with that equation, but what I do want to spend my time talking about is does it really matter? And let me share with you why I kind of ask that or think that. Let me go ahead and foam this up just a little bit more. I haven't cleaned these in like, I don't know, 2 or 3 weeks. It's been a hot minute. And this surface wash kind of has like a coconut smell to it. So far, the smell's been really, really good on it. I've used it a little bit. It's kind of a pre-wash. I typically use Built Hamber Touchless as a pre-wash. I've tried other things, but while we're kind of going through another round, and you can see it's pulling off quite a bit of stuff there. Here's why I think doesn't matter. Like, I don't know about you guys, but I don't have tires that last usually anywhere near what the manufacturer suggests. Manufacturers usually guarantee so many miles. 40,000, 50,000, 60,000, depends on summer tires, all season tires, performance tires, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But all the time with those mileage guarantees, there's an asterisk, and all of these things depend on where you live, your temperature, how you drive the car, how often do you rotate your tires, what type of roads are you driving on? That makes a massive impact. What is your driving characteristics and your driving habits? Like, what I think is interesting about this is I don't just see cars all of a sudden on the side of the road with their tires blown out because they've used too many harsh cleaners on the sidewall of their tire. Like, I think it's kind of comical, to be honest. Do I think there's some truth that it might degrade the tire some or maybe affect some protection on the tire? I do, but do me a favor. Next time you drive around, see how many tires have just ugly browning, all dirt stuff caked on it. And not a lot of people are using, a lot of the people don't even detail their cars. Like, they just run it through an automatic car wash with a high pH soap, maybe a really hard scrub bristle, rotating brush as it goes around. But I don't just think tires are popping on the side of the road or getting ruined or do this. When you go into Discount Tire or Big O or pick any brand that you want, go in there and say, hey, these tires are not wearing correctly. And they'll go, well, you haven't come in for a rotation or et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, and just say, well, I have been using, stronger chemicals to clean my tires. Could that degrade the performance of I think somebody has to do long-term tests to show one tire on one side of the vehicle, like maybe just be clean with soap and water, and you drive it for the life of the tire, and another tire where you clean it with a more alkaline, stronger cleaner to actually see the effects of it. I'm not here to dismiss the facts around tires and protection and what tire manufacturers say. Like, I'm sure there's validity to what they say. I'm also not here to jump on the brands that you guys have created way too many, cleaning products. You're confusing the industry. You guys are just trying to move product and sell money. I'm not trying to do that either. But what I'm trying to say is when I think it comes to detailing needs to be fun. And let me share with you why I say that. And you guys might go, wait, that's your whole reasoning. But I have thoughts around that. But let me go ahead and spray some of the BDE from our good friends at Detail Co. Should maybe do a video about Detail Co. someday. But I'll give you guys kind of my honest impressions of using BDE as says tire cleaner, but I'm confident I can use this as a wheel cleaner as well. Really, any tire cleaner, in my opinion, you can use as a wheel cleaner. There might be different surfactants, different chemicals, that perhaps clean or break down certain brake dust or things better. Obviously, this isn't going to take, any of those metals and turn them purple, kind of melt them down or anything. And then I also, I need to put a little soap in my bucket here. But here's why I think, I need to grab my brush. Here's why I think we need to just pump the brakes on it. Like, I think very few of you, all opinion-based, are actually ever going to get to the point where you're having tires for 5-6 years on your car. Not if you're daily driving it. I think most people and I don't know, maybe we can Google here, what is the average length of time that people keep a new set of tires for on the car? If I had to guess, it's probably somewhere between maybe 2 years to 4 years is probably the average if you're actually replacing them when you should and when it's recommended. I wish this BD foamed a little bit more. Now, obviously, I could have put it more in like a foam cannon. And I have this diluted more than what they say, so I want to make sure I'm being fair to them as I say that. But I think most people keep their tires for probably 2 to 4 years. If I Google this and find an answer, I'll throw it on the screen. If not, that's what we're going with. So I think at the end of the day, does it really matter? Now, why it could matter is if you guys are using these harsh chemicals, they can be more costly, because a lot of people just say you need an APC, which I think an APC can do it. I have a new pressure washer and stuff I need to test out. Where is my, I went and detailed a customer's car, and I think I have a brush over here. Oh crap, I need to clean this out. Definitely don't want to be taking that on the wheels like that. The argument is you guys could be wasting a lot of money using unnecessary products when really just soap and water could clean your wheels and tires. And can soap and water clean your wheels and tires? They can. Sometimes though, we need things with more bite depending on the cars that you have. You know, German auto manufacturers, you know, brakes that are, you know, have bigger calipers on it. You know, I have Brembos on my Honda Civic Type R. But the argument could be, well, you're just wasting money because you already have products to do it. Absolutely, guys. You don't have to go buy the products that these brands have to clean your tires. And some of them I've tried and I'm like, they don't really do anything. I probably should have just used soap and water anyways. So that's just kind of where I get to, like, I'm not saying any side is right or wrong, but I think in the end of the day, it doesn't matter, because your tires aren't going to last that long, or you're not going to have a scientific test yourself to actually understand or know the impact of using harsher or stronger chemicals on your tires. So that's why I say, do what's good for you. Do what makes detailing fun. Like, if you have a brand you want to support them. If you have a product that you like the way it smells, or you like the way it foams, you like the way it interacts, you like the way it cleans, you like what it does for you, maybe it saves you time. When you're detailing a customer's car, all of you aren't detailing cars the same. You know, a lot of you perhaps might just be doing it for fun. Maybe some of you have a business, you know, and you need products that you can dilute. You can't use, you know, really expensive tire and wheel cleaners per each car. Maybe that doesn't work for your business model. You know, maybe you're someone that just likes to go to AutoZone and just pick up a new product and try it and go, hey, that was kind of fun. And then you see what it goes, you know, what it looks like, or how it works on the car. So that's why I say, like, when we get to the detailing industry and all of these opinions that are out there, you know, support the brands that you want, or don't. If you want to live and die with your bottle of Dawn dish soap, you know, go for it. Do it. That's totally fine. Like, you know, don't worry. Like, if that's what you like to do, use it. And if it works for you and you get good results, it saves you money, it makes you happy, do it. But like this, the world is ending, your tires are blowing out if you don't do it, I think is a little over the top. That is my opinion. Those are my thoughts on the topic. If you guys think I'm crazy, or if I've made this argument too stupid or watered down, let me know. But I just have seen a lot of comments and things out there, and I'm not saying anybody's right and I'm not saying anybody's wrong. I'm just saying use what you like, and maybe as more tests come out, or, you know, longer term tests, you know, where people have actually gone the length of the recommended tire mileage that the rubber and manufacturers suggest, and you can actually show that, hey, by using a higher pH or you know, more alkaline based cleaner, actually made one tire that was treated equally under the same conditions, same rotations, everything, actually didn't hold up as much, then there's validity. And I'm not saying there's not validity now, but I'm just saying, based on the information that I've seen or that I have, and in my own opinion, because all of this is my own opinion, is that it really doesn't matter. Use what you like. It's your money. You worked hard for it. If you like buying products, if you like supporting brands, if you like how products interact, buy them, use them. But if you want to cling on to your bottle of Dawn dish soap because it works for you, love it. You know, I've seen people clean tires with Coke. I've seen different things over the years. And so at the end of the day, detailing should be about fun, and it should be about accomplishing the goals that you have. And everybody has different goals, whether it be for a business that you have doing this or just as a hobby. And those goals could be very different. And maybe this argument and different products are different for you. Thank you guys for watching. If you liked today's video, please like, comment, subscribe, and we'll catch you on the next one.